What if a single virus could infect a third of the world's population in a span of 2 short years? It's not a hypothetical scenario, but a chilling reality from our not-so-distant past. The year was 1918, and the world was about to face one of the deadliest pandemics in history, an influenza outbreak that would come to be known, somewhat misleadingly, as the Spanish flu. In the heartland of America, the state of Kansas, the first documented case of this deadly influenza virus was recorded in March 1918. Little did anyone know, this was the beginning of a global health catastrophe. By April, the influenza had crossed the Atlantic, with cases popping up in France, Germany, and the United Kingdom. In a world already ravaged by the First World War, the virus found fertile ground to spread and wreak havoc. It came in 4 successive waves, each more devastating than the last. 2 years later, the virus had infected nearly a third of the global population, a staggering 500 million people. The death toll was equally horrifying, with estimates ranging from 17 million to 50 million, and some estimates going as high as 100 million. The name Spanish flu is a misnomer. The pandemic did not originate in Spain. In fact, its geographical origin remains a mystery to this day. However, due to wartime censorship, the news of the outbreak was suppressed in the warring countries to maintain morale. Spain, being neutral, reported the outbreak freely, creating an impression that Spain was the epicenter. The 1918 flu pandemic was unusual in many ways. Unlike most influenza outbreaks that disproportionately affect the very young and the elderly, this particular strain had an unusually high mortality rate among young adults. Scientists attribute this to a variety of factors, including a 6-year climate anomaly and the virus's ability to trigger a cytokine storm, which devastated the stronger immune systems of young adults. Sadly, the conditions of the time only exacerbated the pandemic. Malnourishment, overcrowded medical camps and hospitals, and poor hygiene, all exacerbated by the war, created an environment ripe for bacterial superinfection, leading to a typically prolonged deathbed for many victims. This pandemic was the first of 3 caused by the H1N1 influenza A virus, with the most recent being the 2009 swine flu pandemic. It serves as a stark reminder of the power of infectious diseases and the importance of global health vigilance. In summary, the 1918 influenza pandemic, commonly known as the Spanish flu, was a global catastrophe of unprecedented scale. Originating in Kansas, it spread across the world in 4 waves, infecting a third of the global population and resulting in millions of deaths. This pandemic not only exposed the vulnerabilities of global health systems, but also highlighted the resilience and determination of humanity in the face of adversity.